Profiteers, Eric here. I'm running a little bit behind, but we're catching back up with my July income report. Check it out. This month, I made $11,048 online, and I'm going to break it down and show you how it all happened right now in this video income report walkthrough. So here we are at personalprofitability.com. I do a written income report every month. I've done one going all the way back to the beginning of 2012. So be sure to check those out. You can find them at personalprofitability.com. I've also always published these detailed breakdowns on my revenue results. So these have been up for a little bit. I have managed to stay on time here, but just for you guys on video, I'm going to walk through and show you behind the scenes in QuickBooks to show you what my revenue looked like. So here we are. This is the total breakdown of my July 2018 results. I had revenue come from a few different places. As you can see here, by far the biggest freelance writing that has grown as always to be my biggest. When I left my job about 2.5 years ago, writing was about 80% of my income, and website development and those types of support projects were about 20% of my income. And I figured out using the 80-20 rule right here in QuickBooks that I would make way more money if I focused on writing, so that's what I did. And over the next few months, my income grew until I had my first month over $10,000. I've done it every single month since October 2016, with a couple exceptions, like when I had a baby during one of the worst wildfires in the history of California, and one time during the summer lull, which is just sometimes a tougher season. But in general, I average well over $10,000 a month in revenue. So this month I had a little bit of affiliate revenue. Those are when people sign up for things on my website that I recommend. I did a consulting session with someone, so I got a little bit of money there. Freelancing, definitely the biggest. Sold a couple copies of my book on Amazon that's called The Personal Finance Arsenal. So that was kind of fun. And that adds up to $11,047.96. But you know me, I am a guy with a finance background. So I rounded up. July income. I got to make sure that's nice and straight for you guys, right? $11,048. So that's how it all added up on the revenue side. But it's important to also think about how much of that I can save and keep for my own profit in addition to paying myself, right? So here's some expenses we can look at. I have a membership to a directory where people can find me as a podcast guest. So that I spend about $7 a month. I have to pay fees for payment processing when I take credit card or check or online payments. There's some kind of a fee depending on how I accept those payments. I don't take many checks. It's not that common these days. Computer and internet, I have things like website hosting and hardware. That's my microphones I use and my computers, desktop software. Those are programs and apps that help me work more efficiently. So these all add up. Website hosting wasn't that much. That was AWS or Amazon Web Services, where I store some files. Hardware, that was buying some things for my computer and for my own home office use, because that is where I make the most of my money. I have to invest, right? Conference fees. I signed up for next year's podcast movement. I'll see you guys in Orlando. I'm excited for that one. Employee payroll. That's actually the paychecks I pay myself. I get a weekly paycheck, and that's the add up cost of that payroll. I also have to pay taxes and such on that. But it's important to pay myself for tax reasons. I'm set up as an S Corp, so I'm an employee, so I have to get a regular paycheck. Meals and entertainment. That's things when I'm out traveling for business purposes. I have to make some purchases related to that. Outsourced labor. These are developers for my apps, podcast editing. There's another month of SEO support that I ended. That was an expensive experiment. I actually did see some positive results, but I don't think for my personal needs $840 worth of results. So I decided to cut back there to save a little bit more. I mentioned I pay taxes. Here's payroll taxes to the state and federal government. Those I don't normally report on the web-based income report, so I do break them out here. Telecom expenses, that's my cell phone and internet that I need for my work. Travel expenses related to this year. This month we're seeing things for FinCon and Podcast Movement. And finally, that gives us our total expenses for the month, $6,179. So my operating income, my profit from my business was $4,868.58 for the month. But remember, what I get paid is that profit plus my payroll up here. So I actually get paid, quite a bit more than the net income number at the bottom. That's something important to remember. When you're running a business, your net income is important, but your total take-home pay is important as well. So that is this month's income report. I hope you enjoyed that walkthrough. I'm going to get back caught up with August very soon, and September is just about over. I'm on track for another great month, over $10,000, but we'll have to wait another week to see how that comes together. Thanks for sticking around till the end, and until next time, stay profitable.